From the get-go, Black Mirror has all the telltale hallmarks of what we would consider to be quality television. However, Black Mirror doesn't really stick to them either. Rather, it meets most of them part way or the whole way, but then proceeds to just kind of ignore some of the ones that we'd consider key. So what are the tenets of quality TV that I'm talking about? The lecture on definitions that we had a few weeks ago puts it down to three things: industrial and technological change, innovations in narrative form, and production that commands resources resembling that of a feature film, and an outcome that resembles one too. So, industrial and technological change. The lecture specifically refers to technological shifts, namely in the United States, which the rest of the world shortly followed. The primary argument here is that fragmenting channels and evolving technology essentially forced television to adapt. The viewer via cable and on-demand video services no longer had to stick to a network-defined schedule week by week. This not only changed the industry, it changed how people interacted with it. Rather than following a show week by week during their designated time slot, viewers can just click play and watch a 12-season episode in one hit. 12-episode season. Black Mirror certainly embodies this technological shift in a big way, as Damien's already described. For a start, the first season, which only totaled 3 episodes, aired here in Australia out of the way on the SBS and niche Foxtel Channel studio. I speak for everyone doing this presentation with me, and let's be honest, more than likely most people have seen Black Mirror. Very few of us actually watched the network broadcast. Rather, the show it's recommended, passed on, talked about online. In my example, a friend showed it to me. It went its way into our pop culture consciousness, and then it's only 3 clicks from the Pirate Bay and a 20-minute wait before it's on your screen. And this is a scenario that's true of Black Mirror, but quality TV in general. And the argument for quality TV in terms of narrative execution is pretty simple. Traditionally, more or less, speaking broadly, the driving narrative of any particular episode of a show is wrapped up within the constraints of 20 or 40 minutes, with a few bits and pieces stretching across a season. CSI, Friends, Seinfeld, Modern Family, each episode is self-contained, but with elements of blanket a season. Episodic elements of the quality TV differs as a ratio is split. Episodic elements that are self-contained take a backseat to the development of a primary narrative that is executed across 12 episodes. In a way, it's like a 10-hour movie. There's one main story with a few throwaway elements along the way. But guess what? Black Mirror doesn't do any of this. Rather, Black Mirror needs to be considered in the same category as The Twilight Zone, Roald Dahl's Tales of the Unexpected, or even the short-lived Channel 9 series Brian Brown's Twisted Tales. It's an anthology series. It still carries a narrative and character development of, say, Mad Men, but it has to work hard to contain it in the parameters of a 40-minute episode. So is it still quality TV in this respect? Most definitely. So while it doesn't take a full season to trot out a primary narrative or storyline, instead it establishes a pretty simple premise and story immediately, and then proceeds to flesh out the nuances across the episode. It doesn't really concern itself with secondary narratives or subplots. It's pretty much just like the one thing in the way that 3 separate parties are dealing with it. You know, whether or not the Prime Minister's going to fuck a pig. Finally, production. As Tom is going to go through with our sequence analysis, the production values and consideration of mise-en-scene are clear. It's really important to the producers of Black Mirror that they kind of get this dystopian kind of otherworldly alternate universe kind of thing across. So, you know, you're in the opening scene, it's morning, it's government, we're in England, and it's serious pig fucking business.